They say it could be
Eh,
done.
Hoy mismo,
Me
dale,
gusta Bayern
They
College.
say
gol,
it could
dale, campeón.
We're gonna watch the Pens part.
What's up?
We're gonna watch the Pens. Watch along for the Pens. I don't know if it'll come on.
The Pens?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're gonna
Minnesota
watch
Dallas.
the Pens.
Oh, yeah.
Dallas, Minnesota.
What's up? I'll put them on right now.
We're gonna watch the Pens. Watch along
Mhm.
for the
You
Pens.
guys want me to narrate for you in Argentinian,
Yeah,
English,
we're gonna watch
Australian? Oh, yeah. I
Dallas,
got you.
Minnesota.
I'll put them on right now.
Uh,
Oh, shit. What mic am I picking up right now?
yeah, I'm about to say that.
There we go. This one's better, huh?
Oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Damn, this
That's
game
what
got crazy.
that's why we went live, just so we could do a little watch along with the Pens real quick. So we got you. We got you.
It might be very delayed, though.
Yeah.
You just want to say fuck Max and fuck Red Bulls the crew. I'm with you. I don't like him, but I can't hate on Max. Max is the man right now.
You can't hate their talent, but I
You
don't
can't
like
hate him. I'm just so fucking mad. Ryrie boys fucking choked. They threw that
it.
shit
It started
away.
off so good, man.
Yeah, strategy and fucking pit, dog, just fucking killed Ryrie. Like so many drop points.
Yeah, man.
And Chapin, I'm down. Hey, we want Minnesota to win, right? We're all rooting for fucking lower seeds
I do.
all the way through.
100%.
I do. I mean, this is the last chance right here. I think all the Eastern teams cleaned house.
This is how we were able to fucking host Houston that one year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's not gonna happen anymore though in the final.
Hey, y'all seen Higuain's last game?
Yeah.
That fool was all sad.
I thought Mans was gonna score. He had a nice cut in and shot. Fucking
Mhm.
Sean Johnson had a good block.
He turns his season
Let's
around.
go
though.
to keeper, Doug.
Sean Johnson's solid.
Yeah. Corner of the Galaxy hit up some stats that Bond was one of the goalies that played every game along with Sean Johnson and like GOAT keepers. Who's the other fool from fuck, what's his name, dude?
Is he American?
Yeah, American born.
Oh, you're talking about Hamid? Bill Hamid?
No, he's not American. Sorry, he's
Oh, St. Clair then. Minnesota keeper.
no, papi.
Canadian?
Nah, he went to the All-Star game.
Who the fuck?
Yo, what up, Mike?
Damn, I don't know.
Yo, ACB Bananas Liquid Lounge. Let's fucking go. Come back or what? All right, here we go.
Minnesota.
Reynoso, right?
Minnesota's up and he scores.
Hey, damn, bitch. You can't say anything because you hit me.
Chill, bitch, on the commentator.
Chill. No, just look. Go ahead.
Qué bien, bebé.
Puta Jorge.
Puta Jorge.
Mas, have you ever seen anybody take penalties like me, baby?
I wish I was on the Galaxy. That was more
Low key, the Galaxy could pay me 90 grand a year. 90 grand a year to take penalties.
Just APKs?
Just for penalties. And I'll get a yellow or red here and there. If you need me. You need that? Tell me which player.
I mean, you got the same fate as Costa, bro.
Hell yeah.
I got
Better left. All right, he steps up. He's looking. Ref blows the whistle. He's running. Panenka and in. Oof. Chicharito, take notes. No te duele.
I was scored at Panenka though this year.
Yeah.
He's true to his record. He scored one. He missed one. Oh, damn! So they got a foot on it though, huh?
Yeah, he did. He should have done better with that low key.
Nah.
No, that's fine. It looked a little easier on real time. Slow motion.
No.
Yeah, it was good.
What up, little Apple?
Oof.
Hey, what's up? We're still rocking with
Minnesota. Minnesota steps up. Right footer. Referee blows. Run. Little stutter step. And he misses in the face.
Oh, you fucking.
Oof. He walks back to Minnesota with such a sad face. RSL braces each other.
Oh, man. Put power into it. Hey, I want to talk about this in the show today, but We're gonna be nervous as fuck if the G's ever go to PK in this playoff run.
Oh, go to PKs. I turn it off, and like it's not worth my hard pressure. If they make it, thank the Lord, but it's not worth it. I've been through too much already.
Oh man.
Oof, nicely taken. Down. Fake the goalie. Legit.
Fake ass.
Mierda. Ooh.
Oh, well taken.
Amarero's coming up to shoot that shit, dog. That fool looks marero as fuck. Míralo. Coma mierda.
So stupid, bro.
Damn, and the goalie's yawning at this fool. Mira, tenés sueño. What time is it in RSL right now?
That's
Not RSL, though.
That's Kevin
Ese huele
Arriaga.
vale. Mira.
Catracho, dog.
Mira,
They're
okay.
national
Va.
team, dog.
Referee blows.
That's from
He looks at the goalie, sets him up. Goes. La concha de tu madre. Nicely taken. Goalie gets strike, but it's a beautiful. I can't hear you. Yeah, small ears. That's why pussy no te puedo oír nada. Pussy ass ears. Nicely taken, though.
homie,
Oh,
dog.
shit, yeah, well taken.
Nicely taken. Puta Jorge. Hey, why did we let Angel become a part of this pod? Dog? Vale verga. Like if I didn't come on a minute ago, huh?
Exactly. I'm about to say that shit.
Here we go.
Oh, here we
I don't
go.
know what's
Here
on
we
my
go.
internet, boys. I don't know. I don't
I like
know.
What the fuck?
My camera.
What kind of
Ooh.
kind of
I
freak
think
shit
it's
were you filming?
detecting- Hold on, it's because I don't think it's detecting my shit. Fuck.
Put it in rice real quick.
Yeah, it's not detecting anything.
3-2
Damn.
3-2 Dallas up right now.
All right, here.
God
It's
damn,
not-
these
I
are
don't think
rotating
it's-
fans.
Damn, I got a bedtime reminder right now.
I'm just gonna have to connect this straight at least so I can get the audio. Fuck.
Oh, Angel going through it, though. All right, Papa, take your time. But hurry
We're
up.
watching penalties.
Take your time, but hurry up.
It's gonna be a short pod.
Let's see this.
Oof. You never stop that penalty. Oof. What a shot.
Testing. All right.
What a
testeando.
shot. Puta Jorge.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's. Aquí viene el San Joaquín del Guzmán de la 42 y Compton. El número 10 de RSL.
It's not RSL, fool.
Relax, motherfucker. I'm the commentator. Are you?
But it's not RSL, fool.
Okay. RSL, FC Dallas, they all look the same.
This is your starting striker.
Ooh,
US Men's
y se pone como Cristiano Ronaldo. Sí! And he made it. Puta, with the Massa haircut. What Massa wishes he had. Coma mierda.
Better than that, though.
All right, there we go.
There he comes.
Yeah, I am.
You're coming out the wrong output, though.
Yeah, I can't fucking figure this shit out, bro.
A esto ya lo que caiga, papi.
Are you on Discord right now? Right? Yeah, you have to
Yeah, I have Discord on.
Pues ni
hit the,
modo.
hit the little gear.
Hit the
Hit
mic
the little gear
button.
at the bottom. No.
Yeah,
that's not.
that's what I mean.
Hit the gear at the bottom.
And
And then go to
the little
voice and video.
Rosita is like this.
Yeah, exactly.
And then on the input
It
device.
says
make
ATR
sure it's-
microphone.
That's exactly what I have on ATR. That's exactly what I have on the ATR
Or
microphone.
know what I say too. Lo que quiera cerote.
Here, look, I share my screen. How do you do that? Share your screen.
No, because then he's gonna fuck it up.
I believe you. But
Can you see it now?
that's all. No. That's all I
Nah,
have.
Yeah.
it's cool.
I'm gonna share that.
Damn, this is a bad taken penalty, but fuck it, it went in.
All right, fuck it then.
Aquí viene, se está limpiando la nariz el de RSL FC Dallas.
They're in penalties?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. If he makes this,
Like
pasa
GG.
FC
It's a
Dallas,
wrap, right? Yep.
RSL. Oof, the goalie looks
Ooh,
concentrated.
Alan Velasco.
Mira,
Alan Velasco. the
OBJ is the
You're a kid,
goalie.
huh?
player. Yeah.
I mean,
La caga.
this-
La caga, la caga, la caga, la caga,
You missed?
la caga. No, not yet.
Oh.
You guys can't hear me at all?
Oh,
We
but
hear
they
you.
could finish. Ooh, que huevos. He almost fucked it up too. Como mierda. He almost fucked it up. What a Fuck, that was an ugly ticket, Panenka.
There it is, Dallas Events.
Did you see it?
Oh,
Yeah.
That shit was ugly.
qué huevos, loco.
Dallas Events, though.
Who's the one that missed it? Don't let him make him walk back to Minnesota.
No.
All right, here we go. Ready?
Wow.
Want to do this?
But dale, cerote, con la que era.
Fuck it, dog. Just, I mean, can you guys hear me or no?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, just coming out all stupid.
It's not all. It's not from your mic. It's not all.
All right.
just
So I
pick
don't
up
even
audio.
have the mic. How about right here?
Yep.
Yeah,
Sounds the same?
we're getting picked off from your headset.
computer?
You're fine,
Pues dale, pues ni madre.
but you don't need the mic anymore.
No, I'm gonna just take it off.
I mean, if you want it to look,
Well,
then
I still kind of need the mic though, because I have it connected to here. Because your thing doesn't have any input, huh? Is that? All right. What about your headphones? Do they connect to this? Your AirPods? Yeah, that's fine.
you're good, baby. Why you
Yeah,
stressing it?
vos dale.
Are you on a Mac right now?
Yeah.
All right. Open up your settings
On the Mac settings?
on the Mac settings. Yeah.
All right.
Press the Apple. Go to
Actually, don't even open that. Don't even open that. On your top bar, if you just hover over top bar, you see like either headphones or like a speaker.
I see the speaker.
So you click on that, and as a drop down, it should say open up sound settings or something.
ATR USB microphone?
But that's gonna be for your headphones. But you want to it has all the way at the bottom. It should have an option that says
Sound
open.
preferences?
Yep.
Okay. Sound preferences.
So click on sound preferences, and now for the input, try to it does have an input.
Yeah, it
setting.
says ATR USB microphone.
Okay. Then I don't know why it's not getting picked up. All right. I don't know what you did to it.
Oh, it's because you're usually Bluetooth off your Beats, no?
No. I
Really?
connected to the other thing, yeah.
All right, let's just go. It's 39.
Yeah. I would say if you try, never mind.
All right, fuck it.
Fuck it.
Yo, what up? And welcome to another episode of Straight from the Stands, an unapologetic, unofficial LA Galaxy podcast, hosted by 4 Foul supporters who bring you their thoughts and views on everything related to LA Galaxy, straight from the stands. I am your co-host Smarts, alongside the always angry Angel, his counterpart level-headed George, and the man with the facts, Masa. This is Straight from the Stands.
Solid. Yes, Rudy does have a green screen.
Good evening.
Hola.
What up?
Hola.
Ho.
How you guys doing? How we doing?
Right
What's
there.
been good?
Ahí andamos.
Right, you cannot.
I'm
I really hate
frustrated
y'all.
right now.
I really, I don't give a fuck. I hate y'all. I hate all y'all.
Wait, why?
Why?
Cause motherfuckers, we started the whole season saying all we want is fucking playoffs, right?
See, but you okay. You
well,
asked
well,
us about
behold.
usually you no hold up. Usually when we start this pod, you ask us how we are, how we're doing. That's a
Yeah.
whole.
No,
not
no. Hell
Galaxy.
yeah. Hell yeah. But this is a Galaxy podcast. It's after a Galaxy home playoff when the energy is
Okay, but you
I'm
take
alright.
everything that has
frustrated.
happened within the
shut
week.
The fuck up.
Yeah, you take
everything.
Oh,
everything
look at
that happened
that.
within the week.
No,
Shut up. Horrible,
No, fuck you.
horrible
No, fuck
energy.
you.
I hate y'all. But how you doing?
You know what it is?
What is it?
It's job's not finished. We've been here before, so
Hey, shout out to that
That's
fucking
how it is
thing
for
that they
me.
have.
Nah,
Job's not
nah.
finished. That's just dope.
Man,
Job's
for
finished
me,
for
it's,
us.
I get the
Jobs is finished. Job is done. Job
hey,
is
nope. I
2 thumbs
don't
up.
think, I don't think it's finished.
I don't think so
Actually,
either. But
here.
even if it's finished now, 2 thumbs up.
I think what I'm trying to say is like, I think the community needs to take on or accept these little victories because this is a little dub.
Yes.
This is a big little dub. You know what I mean?
No one's saying that, but usually when we start this pod, you ask us about how we. No,
how you doing?
don't ask us how we're doing anymore. We told you how we're
doing.
doing. We told you how we're
How you
doing. You don't ask us anymore.
I did. How you doing?
I'm just bothered by my audio. That's all.
I'm okay. Yeah, I'm cool.
That's how you doing?
I'm good, baby.
That's great. That's amazing. That is amazing. All right. So Galaxy won the home playoff game. We play Levas next, and no energy. So that being said, let's show. No. All right, cool. Let's talk. Everybody watch a game? Yeah, right. I know. I know. Masa and Angel. George, you catch a game?
Yes, sir. Of course.
Why, dog? You gotta turn it off. You can't watch it. We made playoffs.
Honestly, at this point, I don't know what I'm gonna do for Thursday. I got the opportunity to try to make it. I said no because I don't want to jinx shit. I don't want to be I've gone through too much shit this Saturday. Ever since I went to a Dodger game, they didn't win a game after that. Listen, I don't know where I'm at with sports. I don't understand what to do. I'm at a loss.
Well,
turn it all off.
Just get your tattoo, and then I think it all changed for you. You know what I mean?
No,
That's the problem. You know what I mean? Like,
I wanted to get it the day. I wanted to get it the day that I got fourth, and I said, "Let's go."
Yeah. All right. Let's go ahead and kick this shit off. Nothing breaking. So let's go right into Nashville versus Galaxy.
Oh yeah, Eli had a banger of a goal this weekend.
Yeah, that was about 5 minutes ago. That was 5 minutes ago.
Yeah,
that was 5 minutes.
I mean, I was trying to say something,
shit.
but you guys, no, that was my shit. But you guys were over here fighting each other, and like, damn, okay, I don't even know what's going on. And I'm like, what's happening?
Let's talk Galaxy. Let's talk Galaxy because we took on Nashville on Saturday early as fuck, way too early for my liking because I didn't have really good breakfast and I drank a lot. Besides the point,
No.
it was early as fuck, and you know what sucked?
What?
I'm gonna get into the game, but you know what sucked? The beginning of the game, the amount of people that were still outside at the beginning, right? And to nobody's fault necessarily. Like there was people who were drinking, they stayed outside, and you know them, whatever. But I'm talking about just because it kicked off early, like there was still mad people trying to get in, right?
Yeah.
So that sucked because you saw it too in the beginning of the game. Like there was like crazy amount of gaps in between people who were getting out. I don't even know. I don't get it. Why a 12 p.m. game?
I mean, I get it, but I feel like it works in our favor right now.
Why?
How is that? Wait, no. How
What,
is that?
you get it?
Explain that to
I don't
me.
get it. Explain this to me. What is? I don't understand. What's the reason behind it right now?
That's
How does it work in favor?
for viewership.
Think so?
Viewership too. Yeah, 100%.
Midday.
What are we going up against? What are we going up against Saturday in the evening? College sports?
College
You're
football.
going to the bigger games
But I'm
at that
talking about
time. That's
but viewership
no, that's
across
bullshit.
the globe too. Like you're not just talking about in the U.S.
I don't think
that's a good time for UK
Europe,
or that's a good time for any other place in Europe.
But
that
also
might
that
wanna
time,
catch a
a lot of teams are playing at that time too in Europe, though, right? I mean, because that's my Saturday morning when the G's don't play at 12 p.m. right? Early in the morning for EPL, and then I just watch soccer throughout like the rest of the morning. I don't know. Sorry. I wouldn't sideways.
When it comes to a player's perspective, it's bad. They talked about it on the broadcast. Like a player's used to waking up, having breakfast, taking a midday nap, getting into their routine.
Yeah,
and like now, like after breakfast, like you don't have that routine. You have to go straight into the field. Yeah, and I have a question. Why did the Galaxy players get off of a bus onto their home field?
They stayed.
They
stayed at a hotel close by, so they didn't have to drive.
Okay, I didn't know that. I didn't catch that. Yeah, but then that goes back to the point of a routine. You get me? Like, like your body is used to eating, taking a midday nap, relaxing, and kind of fucks them up. And when they're on the East Coast, they still have that time allocated. So I just think it's MLS doing some stupid ass scheduling.
That part. I thought it was dumb as fuck. But since you brought it up, like I think that was also dope though. Like they stayed at a hotel. They had dinner and they had breakfast together, right? And that was player driven. It wasn't even like a coach's decision. It was player driven. The players came up to Vanny and said, "Hey, can we do this?" Because they all wanted to be at the same time. They want, and yeah, fuck yeah, me too. Just as moving as a unit, you know what I mean? I'll be in together. Like, I like that mentality. I didn't know about that I didn't know about it until the post game press conference. They talked about it a little bit, and I didn't know that until then. But I think it's super fucking dope that they on that route. So they had breakfast together, un cafecito, unos huevitos revueltos, frijoles bien lipados, quesito, crema, unos bolillos, bien rico in the morning, dog. And then they got to the stadium. We got a fucking lineup, right? Man, how good does it feel to have the same lineup back to back
Amazing.
to back to back.
Is that
Like-
3-4 games straight?
It's been the same with Cabral, Granzier, and Costa being variables, right? But like the core of this team has stayed the same. Williams being a variable too, because Williams in the center back, whatever. But there was no surprises this time. Like at least the last 3 games has been no surprises, right? It was Granzier and Costa, and then we know the rest, right? Bon at goal, Cáceres, Koulibaly, Edwards, Araujo, Puig, Brugman, Delgado, Granzier, Chicharito, and Costa. It feels nice, like especially this season to not be surprised when you see a fucking lineup, right? Because I know especially during the summer we've seen like every week we had. You guys remember like how the websites never had the right formation?
Yeah.
We never
you know what
guessed
I mean? Like,
anything. We
it
never
was-
guessed anything.
It was bad. So like I'm glad like hey late, but probably the right time, right? Because we have the squad that we know is gonna be out there and shit. Let's go. Let's talk about this game. And so Angel and Masan, we were at stadium. Did you guys get to watch it again, or just just the highlights? And
Yeah, I saw it again. I had to watch it again. I mean,
same.
from our vantage point to stop you fighting for no reason to taking you like the restroom, like you name it. Like I had to watch it again because I know I missed some pieces of actually probably lots of passes and passes that shit because partly because you and other reasons. But I had to go back and watch it again. Absolutely.
Yeah. And I was more surprised than I was pretty surprised.
Why is that?
Because rewatching the game, I felt like the Galaxy was a better team. With the exception of a couple like really, really scary moments with Mokhtar, like I thought the Galaxy was a better team.
They did well for him though.
Throughout the whole game, and even the way they closed down at the end, it wasn't as scary at the end as it has been in a lot of games. A lot of games of the magnitude. Where do we start here?
I'm thinking
Because
where I'd like to start with this. I mean, for starters, it was great being in the stands with you. It's been a while.
yeah,
It's been like that, Yeah. You mentioned that at one point. I was like, damn, it has been a minute where we've kind of been like this. But BS aside, from all that stuff,
Before that, Angel.
Yeah.
What players did the boys walk in with?
Yeah, that's right. The boys did get to walk into the field, and they ended up walking in with some national players. I don't know which ones, but
Never mind.
there's some national players. Yeah. Well, that's what it is, bro. Eli had to go out there and intimidate, bro. That's what it was. That's why they were pussy shit.
He stopped
Yeah,
at
hell
20
yeah.
stones before.
He rubbed off.
Yeah, he
hell
did.
yeah, he rubbed off on his finals. He's like,
Yeah,
here,
yeah,
get a little bit of my
I got
final
that
luck on you,
juice in the
baby.
finals, bro. Here you go.
Let me
That's
give him a
exactly what
playoff form
happened.
real quick.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. But yeah, but regardless, it was a great experience for them. For
That's
sure.
dope.
Yeah, they got to walk the field and they got their tech decks and all that shit. That shit was tight.
And let me get one. Yeah, it's okay. Let me get one.
Nah, I'm alright. I'm a skater now.
Oh yeah, sick ass.
Angel could actually fucking skate on this tech deck.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, fuck yeah. No, but back to the game. Initial thoughts, like when I was watching the game, I felt more comfortable watching the game there in the stands, and maybe the optics, the vibe of the stadium, everything that from the moment we got there to again, the stands, obviously because Eli and Nate were doing their thing with walking in, we were on the backside and Lars side, so it was packed back there with so many people, and part of what you mentioned, Rudy, even when the game started, because we still had to go back and get the kids, we missed like the first 10-15 minutes, going back to get the boys, and there were still a lot of people, they're waiting in line to get their drinks, still buying some food, like you name it, it was packed, it was so much, all that energy, it was amazing. I think that all that encapsulated into what I initially thought about the game from the stands, right? Where in my mind it was a lot easier game than when I rewatched it. To me, I didn't have the same feeling that you did. Sure, we dominated the game, but I don't think that we were as clinical as I think we should have been, and I don't think we yes, we were the better team, but I don't think it was something where I could say like, fuck, Galaxy should have smashed this game like fucking 5-0. Anything like that. Something that I probably would hope, the statement, but I get it's Nashville, they're solid defensively, right? I understand that. Rewatching the game, the concerns in the areas that I had the most about this game are really more so defensively, right? And I've been talking about this for a while. We know we can score goals. We know we can dictate the game. We know we can hold possession right now with that trio in the mid. Right now, even, we talked about Douglas Costa and Granzier being more effective as of late. My concern has still been over the last 12 games since now 13 with Ricky Puig being here is our defensive issues, right? Because I want to go into playoffs addressing those problems, like, 'cause that's an issue for me. And Rudy, you mentioned this specifically, right, when we're talking about the stands, like, hey, what you think about Koulibaly, right? I'm like, I don't know what to say. Like, to me, I mean, I can't really make anything out of him right now because it's a known thing,
Yeah,
right? I'm
yeah.
not a fan of his, and to be fair, I'm not a fan of any of our other two center backs right now. Like, I think they're okay, but they're not difference makers. They're not stars. They're not studs. They're not Caceres level, you know. But again, it's a good pairing. So when I rewatched it, that's kind of what I was focusing on. Like, okay, you're not playing hero ball. Are you being safe? Are you being sound? And the backline is a collective, right? This goes because a lot of the things could be said for Edwards. A lot of things could be said for Araujo this season. The only one that's probably in his own island because maybe the amount of time he's been here, he hasn't been exposed as much, and he's been solid in what he has been here is Caceres, right? That's what I focus in. And listen, I'm gonna say Koulibaly not Kulo no more. He's straight up. He earned his name now. It's Koulibaly. My man's. He had a solid game and rightfully so. But also a lot of that is I don't think he was playing hero ball. He was actually focusing in his duty, which is defending. Do what you do best. Win your duels. Win your aerial battles. Be smart with decisions. Release good. Simple passes. Things like that. Don't overdo it. I still have my concerns about Edwards, but we'll get that a little bit later. But that's what I want to get to in terms of what I saw rewatching the game is listen, we were sound in all those areas, but the areas that I was hyper focusing, that I personally was hyper focusing defensively, I thought that was great. That for this game because Mukhtar has shown. Listen, he's the top goal scorer for a reason, right? He shut
MVP
his ass
probably
down.
probably gonna
He
be
shut his
MVP.
ass down. And they Nashville still had their few little scary moments, absolutely. Throughout the
Two,
entire game, it's
two.
right.
Yeah,
Still,
two scary ones.
playoff game, yeah, playoff game.
Yep.
They're there by merit. It's gonna happen. They're always gonna get opportunities, but it's how do the team react? How do they defend? How do they react to all that stuff, right? And I think they were solid. Apart from maybe like one situation where I think the Nashville players skied the ball. Probably should have been in the back of the net. They didn't go in. So at the end of the day, clean sheet. So that's what I was hyper focusing. That's what I wanted to see. Solid performance from Koulibaly, from Caceres, Araujo. Edwards we'll talk about it, but that was my assessment, my overall assessment, rewatching the game.
I let you talk like for a little bit right now without interrupting you, just because you sound like shit. So when you hear it back, I want you to hear how bad you sound. But all your points are straight, dog. All your points are spot on.
For sure.
No, I feel you, but I think a lot of what you're saying too, like, is a result of what Nashville came out to do, right? Because they played five in the back. It wasn't really wing backs. I think it was with Massa. It might have been Massa. It might have been somebody else that I was talking. Like, I'm excited to see the wing backs because if they push up and they give us that space in between, like, that's gonna be good for us. But the wing backs didn't push up much. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't. If you look at what Edwards and Araujo do versus what their wing backs did, nah, not even close. You know what I mean? I don't think they had. They came in very defensively. Fair, they have fucking Mukhtar, right? That again, Lance said it in the chat right now. The 22 MVP. You know what I mean? But like that was it's a playoff game, and they came to defend, right? Fair enough. It's a 1-0 victory. Could have been a 2-0 victory. Should have been a 2-0 victory, in my opinion. Close game, but they didn't have much. And how many times this season have we talked about how low block teams make LA Galaxy like difficult?
That was pre Ricky Pooch though.
Yeah.
Accurate.
Fair. Pre Bookman too, pre Casares too, right? Like all that is fair. But like that was an issue that we had coming into the playoffs, right? Just throughout the whole season, talking about like when the team. I mean, when we played Austin, when we played Levas, like we've looked good because that team tries to come out and attack us, and we could play with that, right? Because they're gonna give us spaces. But every time we had a low block team, like we've struggled. With bad teams, we've struggled because of that. I say, like, I thought I like what the Galaxy did because the Galaxy didn't look like they were struggling. They were having a hard time unlocking them completely. Fair, right? Like that team was playing defense, but it wasn't this thing where like they relied on like crazy crosses all the time.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think. That's what I liked about this game a lot too. Like, I feel like Nashville wanted to force us to play down the wings, and we kept and I don't dislike it, but it's not my style. Where we're not that direct, and this wasn't the game to be direct. This was the game where you try to make them make mistakes, have them come out and press you, and we kept going down the middle. And I think Brugman and Puig are those players. Like if they double team Puig, then you have Brugman that could put in a good through ball too, and vice versa. Like if you're marking Brugman, then you got to worry about Puig. It's like it's dope that we have a deep line playmaker like Brugman because I feel like he is that. Like defensively, he knows how to cover space and all that shit. But at the end of the day, like if he needs to create from further back when there's nothing a little bit forward, then he can do that. And I feel like this was the perfect game. Like they wanted us to attack down the wing and put in all these fucking crosses. That's why they had three man like three CBs in the back, but that wasn't really happening. At least not too often. We did cross at points, but I feel like us rotating the ball from end to end and giving them different like attacking them differently kind of gave us openings, and that shit made me feel so comfortable in the first half that I was like, there's no way we're losing this game. Like not once did I feel after watching like maybe like the first 20-30 minutes of that game that I was like, these guys ain't gonna beat us. Like this shit's fucking crazy. Like I'm chilling, just watching, enjoying this shit.
Oh man, I talk so much shit about like yo, positive energy, all this shit, yada yada yada. I was never this fuck the whole game. The whole I ain't gonna say it out loud, but like I was nervous the whole fucking game. Because it's playoffs, right? Yeah. And one mistake is gonna screw you over. We don't get on the board until the 60th minute. A few minutes before that, like we had a really good chance. And I want to talk about that.
Can I say something prior for that?
Go for it. I know.
I think to kind of echo what everyone was saying, I obviously saw it on the TV, so you could see a little bit more of the whole field and all that. There's a couple times where I told myself, fuck, I'm glad we're not playing a lethal team, because we shoot ourselves in the foot a couple times where these type of mistakes, we need to kind of start making. One, for example, was the Bond clearance out the back where he gave it straight to a forward. And it's like, yo, like these type of things need to be addressed already. And kind of, it's a playoff game. You give me like those type of things could either make you or break you. Luckily, we're not playing another team. We played Nashville that couldn't capitalize on that, and we're moving forward, which is good. But to be a little negative, it's like those type of things can't be flying anymore. Like it's something that if we're gonna come out flat the first couple of minutes, which it's normal. It's you're still trying to get your feet under you. Mm-hmm. Don't try to risk things in that nature. Like understand the nature of the game and understand the potential, higher the risk that these things could happen. And if you don't feel sure about something, make it easier on yourself as opposed to forcing something when your feet are under you and maybe the team hasn't reacted well yet. That's really all I have to say about the first 20 minutes. It's just 20 minutes into the game where we're still trying to get our feet under us. That it's normal. And I caught myself saying a lot of times like, fuck, thank God they didn't capitalize. Thank God this didn't happen. If we were playing somebody else, it could have been worse. But then after that, it settled my nerves when you do see the Galaxy start getting into that rhythm and start playing their ball.
Once it's into a game. Yeah, but see, and I think I saw more like bad passing in the first minutes. The Bond thing was like, that was a miss kick, right? Because he like, if you see it, like there's somebody where he wants to kick the ball towards who has space to receive it, right? It's a miss kick. Not saying that like, not a problem because you're number one.
Right? You never want to see that. You never want to get scored on in that way. You get me?
Exactly. Like, but like that one, I'm again, like it's something that 9 out of 10 times, because he saw the pass, I think he puts it in the area where he's at, right? Like it just kind of like is a bad pass. But like to your point though, there was some like a little bit like in the beginning of the game, and again, it wasn't that long, so I didn't really focus on it. But there was a little bit of that, like hold the ball, pass the ball, like a little too long without real intention that they grow into, right? Like when they grow into it and they start moving the way they do, like I mean, they look better. They look better they look better. Period. So I see you. I'm not necessarily tripping on Bond. No, I'm not tripping on Bond because that's a bad kick. Like he should be able to hit the ball. But I also understand like that's a miss kick, not necessarily.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't a bad decision. It was just a fucking he kicked it like a bro. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna leave Crabell alone. Anything before we talk about the first goal that got called back? Because there's a lot to talk about. Was the one of the kick save from Bond? That's in the first half, yeah?
Second half.
Okay, nobody did half. And yeah, I'm lost. But that's a dope save though.
Yeah.
Yeah, very well.
Because like it's one of the few times that you see Mukhtar get open like that and get that space and be able to be that scary, right? Because that man's at that point is scary, bro. I'm not sure if it's on frame or not, but like it's going to second post, and Bond putting his foot out there like that. Nice save, bro. Like that's a fucking save. You know what I mean? Like that's the reflex to get your leg out there. I almost skipped through it, but that's a dope save. Let's talk about that goal that got called back. Right?
What about it?
I don't like it.
You don't like the callback?
I don't like the callback, bro, because listen, in slow motion, fuck yeah. I see it.
But then that's what VAR's for.
All right, but here's my thing though, right? Like that same play, if it doesn't end up in the goal, nobody looks back at that play, bro.
But it did.
But you can't think about it that way. It's a goal scoring opportunity, and that's what VAR is placed there for. I get where you're coming from, but like VAR is in position for those type of plays.
Man, I'm telling you, like, but if you see it again, and this is my perspective, and I might be the only one here, and that's fine. I hate that shit because if you see that shit in real time, right? No slow motion, just play it back. I don't see Araujo doing much wrong there. He challenges for that ball, and it's not like he takes a full swing at him. It's not like he bodies him. He challenges for a ball,
but if that's the case,
he hits him on his supporting foot,
dude.
Not like no, I don't think he hits him bad. No, he does not hit him bad.
Should have been a yellow. That should have been a yellow.
Bro, you guys are nuts.
I don't think so.
You guys
it's
are
a foul
nuts,
though. I don't think it's a yellow. But
well, I know you're not gonna think it's a yellow. Yeah, you know what that play reminds me of? That play reminds me of a defender trying to clear the ball. A forward wins the ball and then he gets cracked without seeing the forward trying to, like a penalty. Like a penalty. It reminds me of that.
I don't even see, and yeah, I think that's what they called, and that's my problem, right? Because I don't even think that's that contact in my opinion.
That gets avoided. That it's a fucking throw in. It's a fucking throw in. How is that guy's the Nashville player still receiving that ball there in that dangerous position for the Galaxy? Like that's in our defensive half, just outside of the box. How is it that he's in between? Who was it? Was it Cáceres and was it Araujo? Or was the other one?
It was Cáceres and Araujo.
The fact that he's in between both of them and not a single motherfucker can close him down or just give him make it more difficult for him to receive a ball in the fucking first place. That should have been avoided early on. That shouldn't even have happened.
I'm not tripping on that because listen. The only reason I give a fuck is because it led to a really good goal. Right? No, but that's not bad defending.
Yes, it's bad defending. Yes, that's bad defending. It's not bad defending. Otherwise, if they
didn't even get a fucking shot. How Minnesota didn't get no possession off of that, right? Listen,
I think what Angel's trying to say is there should be communication between that in any play. I think between.
That was a nothing play. Yeah, that was a nothing play. It's a transition play. It's a nothing play.
It's bad defending off a throw in.
It's not like Mukhtar is facing fucking towards goal, bro.
No, he's facing
goal. He's going the opposite way.
That's basic.
I see both sides, bro. I see both sides. There should be communication from Cáceres and Araujo.
Cool.
If it would have been easier for him to receive, Julian would have been nowhere near to foul him.
And even so,
he's right on top of him.
Let's say he split the defense and there was between two defenders and receives the ball, right? So instead of letting him return, they fouled him. And again, I'm hard on that sort of stuff, but they fouled him. That's still not defending, right? For a split second, they beat you, so you stopped it before they could become dangerous.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, if you avoid that in the first place, then maybe that play still happens. It still counts. That's what I'm getting at. Maybe that's
football, but it's soccer. But it's soccer, though, right?
The way it should have been, I think Cáceres should have given him.
You're never going to win 100% of the battles, though.
Cáceres should have given him a heads up, and it gives Julian. It gives Julian the heads up, and Julian might be able to put his body in between Mukhtar and the ball, and he gets fouled. That prevents that. Communication prevents that.
That's a soccer play. Like, let's walk it back because that's a soccer play, right? Like whether I think it's soft and you guys think is a whatever. It's fair. But that's just a transition play. Like that's again, if it would have been called in the free kick Don Solo, like I don't think I have a problem with it. Like I'm not sure. The problem is that like it evolves into something really dope, right? What I wanted to get at was the way Pooch carries the ball with pace is still and it's still kind of giving time for people to like make the runs. And then Chicha's pace to get up there. Because he starts it from behind the ball.
Yes.
The ball's Pooch is already up there and he starts behind the ball.
It's all Ricky.
No, but listen, I gotta
all
give
Ricky.
No,
Ricky slows down the pace. Ricky slows down the pace for Cheech to go because the defender's backing up. Ricky could go faster, but I think Ricky, once he gets the ball, he looks left, he looks right, and then his third look is back. When he looks back, he notices that there's so much space in between that. He slows down. And then his dummy to the right, back to the left, and then the pass to the right is like, fuck, we don't deserve that shit. Dog.
Yo, listen,
he's too nice.
All that, but also Chicharito like being smart enough to veer right, to give himself enough space to make Zimmerman have to make a decision.
On whether, who we don't give credit to on that much? Costa.
Oh, is Costa the one running?
On the left.
Who's in the left?
No. Costa.
Somebody else.
Costa's running next to Cheech. Costa sees Cheech take off, and instead of doing that same run, he cuts behind him. So now there's 3 people in front of the defender. You have Costa overlapping on the left, you have Cheech going right, and you have Pui going down the front. Dog. It might be his laziness. It might be his laziness that he didn't want to outrun it. I'll take it. it.
But that threat and the way that it was finished.
And Grant Sarah also following that run on the left. Yeah, because then he could have gone either side. Left, right.
Push, 4 options.
Or Push takes a shot. 4 options, exactly. 4 options.
You see fucking Zimmerman when he finally turns and realizes like he got a pass. He looks one way, he looks the other way.
Island, bro.
Yeah, he at that point like he's fucked, right? And again, it's everything you said. It's Pooch just like recognizing who's coming around him, making a decision what he's gonna do. No, scaling on the motherfucker like that too. You know what I mean? Because that's just dumb, bro.
You like put him on skates, man. That's not fair. To have the calmness to dummy it. Come on, man. You're just it's not fair.
And his commitment to that dummy too, because he like, you know what I mean? He swings his full body into it, bro. You know, it's dumb. And again,
I trip over that shit.
And fucking Cheech like giving himself that enough space where Pooch could put a ball in, right? The finish too, bro. The keeper slides out and he fucking puts it on the roof.
He's well aware where the keeper's at. He gives enough time and he puts that shit where it needs to be. I think that might have been the only place the ball needed to go.
All right, you guys agree that he did purposely decide to take that touch a little wide.
100%.
I think he opens up. Yeah,
okay. I think 100%.
Yeah. I think that's why I'm giving him credit because I like the fact that if he can just keep going straight the way he's coming in at the angle, like I think the space gets lost, right? Because he does that, like he gives enough space to fucking have that shot. And I think that's why I harped on it, like that's just soft because that was a banger goal. And plus, I didn't realize we're not up 2-0 until like the 90th minute.
No, it was around the 25th minute.
Yeah. Because I had gone upstairs.
True story though. He thought we were winning 2-0. I'm like, bro, that shit got called back. He's like, why? Like, foul. I had no idea. He thought we were winning 2-0 for a cool minute.
I thought we were winning 2-0 for a little minute.
Yeah.
Dax McCarthy, Teachers Apong, and Jacob, I can't say his last name, come in for Nashville.
Perfect Nugan.
Yo, like, but there's no, like, and I say all this, right? I say all this because Efrain and Cabral come in for us a few minutes later. Now, nobody in this pod is big on Efrain and Cabral. Right? Like, is that fair to say? Yeah, right? Nobody's big 100%. On these two. But like, our subs versus their subs in this game. For what it's worth, like those two guys were involved in creating some chances and gave us more than Nashville did. I want to bring that up because we talk shit about like we don't like who we bringing off a bench. Yeah, it's a molesto, right? Because that's proof of concept right there. At a playoff game, you're bringing Dax McCarthy. Props, like Dax McCarthy is still a name. Like in his days in MLS, he runs shit, right? A little older. It's all right. There's Sasha Kleshin, maybe not that much, but you know what I mean. Is there older guys? CJ Zapong, same thing. It's a guy who's been around that league for a minute, and I don't know who the other kid is. But again, they weren't game changers. Neither was Cabral and Efrain. But in this game, our subs put in more work than they did. Cabral put it. Efra put in a ball for Cabral. That Cabral just a little bit smaller, just touches it back to fucking to Jean, and he has a goal.
Are you gonna skip Julian's goal?
No.
That's essentially what you did.
Oh yeah. Because the other one's first time.
Yeah. Sick ass, Rudy.
I mean, you guys seen it already. Why are we even talking about it, bro? I don't get it. This is stupid.
Turn it off. Solo yo.
It's because your times are distorted from all the drinking.
Yeah, all the drinking.
Still thinks Chicharito's gonna count it, dog.
Yeah, we won 2-0, bro. I'm not letting it go. That shit, bro. I'm not letting it go. That was a foul, so it's 1-0. They disallowed Julian's goal. That's what happened, because he fouled, so he got his goal taken away. That's what happened. No, let's talk about this though, because that's big ups on this big brain moves on Julian, right?
Yeah.
On the goal?
Yeah, on the goal. Yeah, like I'll break it down right now, but we expect him to be putting that cross in.
I don't know. I still don't understand how that transition happened to where he's on the left.
He's just smart, bro.
When he laid it off to Costa,
exactly,
when he laid it off to Costa, he seen Grandsir taking up his space, and he said, "Wait, my two wingers are on this side. Let me go to the opposite end." Now, as soon as he makes that pass, he takes off on that run to second.
Yeah, it's a diagonal run to second post. That's right.
And it's a smart one too, right? And I don't know if he recognizes all this, but the way that Cheech moves, and then who else is in the box? There's a second. Is that I don't know who else is in the box.
I don't know who it might be.
But there's a second person in that. I think it might be Edwards. It might be Edwards who had bombed down or whatever. But the fact that
that's crazy, bro.
The fact that he takes the position he takes, it just kind of
Ricky.
Is it Ricky that's in the box with him? And the fact that he recognizes that
Julian.
All that space, because like he ended up with a lot of fucking space in front of him on that goal, right? Yeah, and he took space on that. Like he's the one that
Julian's not known for winning. Julian's not known for winning headers in the box. He positioned himself beautiful to get that.
Y'all ever watch? Y'all ever play with Mercy? She has a little ult where she just floats there. That's what Julian was. Julian floated there for a little bit, though. He just kind of stood there, done, just kind of.
You know what it remind me of? It should remind me of that one time that Temo did that shit to Massa when he got over it.
Massa got dunked on by a 50-year-old man. I was tight. No, let's chill.
Hey, hold on. Hey. In slow motion, Grandsier's cross. It wasn't. Right? It's not in. It's he curves. He clips the ball in the end. Gets away from the goalie. I was talking mad shit to him because prior to that he was irrelevant to me. To me, he was making the attack irrelevant. Him and Costa were just after that. You did exactly what you needed to do. That cross was beautiful,
Daddy.
Little more, but yes. Brad's cross is fucking on point. And listen, No, actually, yeah. Like Grandsir is not on temp. I mean, he's not on. He's not a DP. He's on a salary.
Very expensive. Very expensive salary.
All right, like fair, but like who isn't? You seen the fucking reports come out today?
Yeah.
We're the second biggest spender. So like, who is not right? Like who's not at that point? Yeah. But low key, like at the end of the year, like these are numbers I would prefer from Cabral than from Grandsir.
Easy.
Because he's given a couple assists now, and he scored a goal or two, or one goal or two here, like in this last run. Like, yeah, it's been low key. And I think this game, a lot of it has to do with fucking Nashville being defensive as fuck the whole game, right? Same thing goes for Costa. Like, if we look at just the who scored ratings, Grandsir got a 7.0, and that's because he got that boost with that assist. Chicharito with a 6.5, Costa with a 6.6, Bush with a 6.9, Bruman with a 7.2, Delgado with a 7.1, Edwards with a 6.4, Cáceres 7.4. Koulibaly 7-1, Araujo 8-1, and Bond 7-6. Like nobody really had, you know what I mean? Like, we were talking about, we only have like
the game. 5. Yeah, it was an amazing game. It was, I get it.
It was, you know what I mean? And again, a lot of it had to do with the defensive side of Nashville. So I'm not mad. And again, besides all that, what we needed was one moment or two moments of brilliance because we had one taken away.
It's playoffs.
And he came from
right now. It's fuck those stats, man. I don't like fuck the stats. It's playoffs. Each game is its own game. I don't care how they won the game. Just fucking find a way to win the game. Whether it's ugly, whether it's pretty, just get it done. Avoid going to extra time. Avoid penalties. Just get it done in 90. I don't care how it is. Just figure it out. It can be the ugliest. They all can have a 1 fucking rating, but if they get that one moment to get that game winner, that's all that fucking matters.
Yo, that part, right? Because I've been watching like the RSL game and just right now the Minnesota game. God, I'm so glad the Galaxy didn't make me go through that. You know what I mean? Going.
Yeah, man.
Listen, we talked about it before you hopped on, Angel. I said, like, I don't want to see the Galaxy in a penalty shootout throughout this whole fucking MLS playoff. Because that's scary.
We're notorious
for us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't want to see them like in the way, man, that heartbreak like for RSL and for Minnesota because they managed to, for RSL too. I'm like, point is, like, I don't want to see Jesus in fucking in shootout. So I'm glad. Like,
PKs, yeah.
Moment of brilliance there. 1-0. Not only did we host a playoff game this year, but we won a playoff game.
You know what's bigger than that?
Talk to me. I need
our amount of travel. Our amount of travel compared to what players have to do. This is 2 weeks where we're traveling the most 10 miles. You sleep in your bed. Nashville, if they won, they were going to stay here the week.
They had to, right?
Yeah, they had to go back. And the players and people that are moving on to the second round now, they're traveling somewhere. They're getting on a plane and getting somewhere. We have the luxury of not doing that. Man.
All right, I want to talk about this because I think more exciting than the less than fireworks game that we had. Because Nashville is the fucking Traffico next on Thursday, right? Reason why we're on today and not on Thursday is because we play them. So before I move on, anything else? I'm pretty sure I missed a lot in this game.
Who's player of the game for you guys? Question, just quick.
Araujo.
It's fair.
1-0 game.
One of my CBs. I can't pick one or the other.
I go Bruman.
I go Bruman.
Yeah.
Man, listen, we got a 1-0 victory. I think Julian had a really big head, big brain for what he did to win that goal.
Mark Delgado.
Underrated as
Mark Delgado because
I don't think there's a wrong answer to this though. I don't think there's a wrong answer.
Julian being in all those spots high up, he was the one covering all that ground. He was the one giving Julian the freedom to push up, and he was always covering his position. Like whenever he would push up, Delgado would shift into that position. And yeah, man, that man's underrated, bro.
Yeah, man. I need to find the heat map because I want to see. Man was everywhere.
Yeah,
man was everywhere. Like cutting passing lanes, making Nashville look the other way because there wasn't an easy pass in his direction. Right, allows Brookman to fucking get up the field a little bit more, or to go out and look for a challenge outside of his fucking natural middle.
I'm not gonna front like I was focusing on all the players. Like I said, I was hypercritical about certain things, and it was more so that backline because that's what scares me the most going into playoffs. Right, it's not necessarily what everyone else is gonna do. We talked about Mark on here. I don't think he's underrated. I think us as Galaxy fans understand what his work is. He's not getting the praise elsewhere, but fuck everybody else. As long as we see it as fan base and he gets the support from us, I'm cool with that.
But in the position that he's in, I think those type of players never get that praise unless it's from home fans.
I think it was last. I didn't catch a nag this week, so I haven't gotten. But last week they mentioned something about I think Mark being an underrated player or some unsung hero type of thing. Even Marcelo Sarvas to me, and that's what I wanted to get to. Like Marcelo Sarvas, yeah, Juninho would get all the praise because of the goals and bring it a little higher, but Marcelo Sarvas was doing all the dirty work back then. Yep. He never got all the praise. I mean, occasionally he had a goal or two here and there, but he was the one doing the dirty work. He was the one supporting the back line. He was out there doing the things that people were not going to see in the stat line. He was not going to get the praise.
And
that's what Mark to me is right now.
And you have the personality for it. I was listening to COG the other day, and they say like when they interview him, you could tell he doesn't want to be there. Not out of disrespect, but it's more like, hey, I want to go play. I want to be there. And I think a personality like that needs to be in that position where it's like, I don't want the light, but I want to play because I love to play. And it's a perfect personality for that. Because we've seen the flip side of that. We've seen when we have a heavy personality inside of that midfield box to box that kind of needs that praise, and when he doesn't get it, it's very off in Jonathan Dos Santos.
Yeah, but listen, like I was big on Jonathan Dos Santos.
Me too. Not to him
to him though, right? Because I'll take Bruman over and over and over and over and over again. Over
I think Bruman and Markey.
Yeah, exactly. Like, man. Again, I'm saying for a third or fourth week running, we have the best midfield in MLS right now. Can nobody tell me otherwise, bro? Can nobody tell me otherwise? Like, yeah. But I'm a Galaxy fan, so can nobody tell me anyway. Because like, man, like,
Listen, since the addition of Puig, there's no argument right now because look at what he's done since arriving. How can you make an argument against it? You can't.
And you elevated like Brugman, right? Brugman was like from the first time he came on, we saw things defensively. We're like, yeah, that's what we needed. And then what Puig allows him to do because he, he's getting the attention is step up and get a crack at it. Score some goals while you at it. Let's go.
With that being said, just because you guys mentioned, I don't have a player of the game. I just can't think of a single. I just didn't want to see anybody make any mistakes. It's can you guys be focused for 90 plus minutes? Because the same way that we get a moment, they're gonna get a moment, and are you gonna survive in the moment? So I'm gonna give them all credit for that. Yeah. Again, I still have some concerns with Raheem Edwards. I still think he was reckless a few times. On some very simple things, people are not gonna agree with me. That's fine, but I saw what I saw. And I think right now he's the weak link across all positions in my current opinion.
Man, I think he's doing what he's. Yes, no, I think you listen. Yes, because you're right. I think he makes little mistakes often, but the quality of the team right now is high.
You know what? In a defender like that, when he makes those mistakes, they're noticeable. But when they become magic, it's like shit. That's what we need. You get me? So I'll take the risk. I'll take that type of risk.
I don't know if we need that risk right now. We're literally just praising our 3 attacking players and our 3 center midfielders. So is that the type of risk that we need right now during playoffs? Like that's my thing, right?
You know what? That's a style, though. Our offense calls for that. I mean, look at the risk. Look at the risk that Julian took.
Look at where he's using some of these balls, or where he's giving away some of these balls. They're in defensive halves. It's like we're doing in the attacking half. It's defensive. It's in the defensive half where's the issues. Like that's my concern. I don't mind if it happens in the attack. Fuck it. You have plenty of space for your teammates to back you up there, right? If you understand that he's pushed up in the attack, someone's got to be there in that gap to back that up. I understand, but a lot of these issues are in the defensive half, and that's the scary part to me.
Yeah, fair. I don't think it's scary. It is what it is.
In possession of the ball, or on a defense as a defensive mistake.
When he gets possession of the ball, he either gives the ball away too clumsily, or you know what? There was one where technically he fouled a Nashville player outside the box, and they didn't call it. And you see what's going to happen. He got lucky in that one because it was a foul. It's a lot of little mistakes from him, and to me it's too many. Like it's a continuous
look, I don't mind
last few games.
I don't mind him making mistakes because I get it. Like he can't be perfect. His first year playing left back or left wing back, whatever the fuck you want to call it. My issue with him is when he plays hero ball, and he hasn't done that in these later parts of the season. So I'm good with Raheem Edwards right now.
Cap,
you know what?
Cap.
You say that. Cap. You say that until he actually makes.
You know what? No. Chill. He played hero ball and he scored a banger. He played hero ball and he scored a banger. He ran with the ball from midfield inside the box, did like 3 cuts, and then scored a banger. What George said.
Last time we saw hero ball, we're gonna see a lot of what we're afraid of is gonna be upcoming in this game. Because the first time that we saw hero ball from this man is the last time we played the team that we're gonna play next.
It's man of the match, complicated conversation, obviously for us. Angel, with no man so hard to pick. I'm gonna give it Julian just because. Second
winner.
Second playoff game ever or something like that. Like that's that. I think he had big. Yeah,
we should have more.
And I think he had big brain to do what he did after give a pass, right? Like don't expect it from him. So everything he did, we needed that moment. Shout out to Grenzer. Shout out to Costa for actually for seeing that as well.
His patience, you know what? We didn't talk about Costa much, but his patience, because he probably could have whipped that ball in from his angle at some point. He cut in quickly with his left to whip the ball in either across or shot back post. Instead, he was patient, let Grandsir finish his overlap and hit him on a simple overlap.
He's quality though.
I think he's finally invested in it. He's finally invested in it because at the beginning it was hero ball. He had a lot of hero ball of like, let me cut to the left and try to score this. I think they're just invested in being a team right now, which is good.
It's a good feel for them, right? It seems like they're like feeling right. They're feeling right about everything. Right? So it's good shit, man. They got the job done. It wasn't the prettiest thing we've done. Versus a very defensive team, 1-0 in 90 minutes at home. Guarantees you a spot in the conference semifinal. Let's go.
And one more thing though, because the chat here is and it's Cabral, right? I don't think we have to talk about Cabral. I think we know already. right? I mean, we just know like what to expect with him because we're like, oh, he had too many mistakes. I'm sure the one that you guys mentioned, that he could have instead passed it back to Jovic. There's really no point in addressing these Cabral things anymore because we know like that's what he is. That's what he is. Just
Yep.
put him out there to kill some time, be a little dangerous. Listen, if he
defense.
gets the out of it, great. Run the defense, just stretch him out, just get him tired out, just be a threat. Obviously, he's not gonna do anything, but you still have to defend it. Regardless, you still have to defend it. So I understand. Listen, I hear you guys and everyone in the chat. Absolutely, but exactly. He came in, he started stretching the field a little bit, and they had to exactly. So I understand 100%. Cabral's not going to be your game winner. I get that. He's not going to score that late. His final pass might not be that. I understand that, but that's why it's okay with me if he's coming off the bench in like the 80th minute just to come out, stretch out that game, because that's all he actually can do is run.
Yeah, and it's fucked up, man. Because look, in my opinion, Efra had a shit season. Right, I think he had a good opportunity to step up. He had a shit season, but the last game at Houston sets up Jovic. This game comes in and sets up Cabral on that play we were just talking about, where Cabral should have set up Jovic, and he unlocked that with a pass. Right, like so moments, bro, and he at least providing some moments. Cabral, bro, la mierda. Don't change, and like that's what we're gonna get with Cabral, bro. It's like the same shit. We can go out, and it ain't hate no more, dog. It's just acceptance of who he is and the qualities that he brings. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
Come on, mierda.
Come on, like it's.
I mean, it's true.
That's the way I can express the best. That's my best expression towards that. Come on, mierda. You know what I mean?
I love it.
Fuck, bro.
That's the best.
Listen, man. Let's go. We're gonna make it short. We're not making it short. So let's talk about LAFC.
All right, do it.
Because here we fucking go. One more time. And this time it means a lot. It means something, right? And the shit about it is that whatever happened this season, I think it goes out the door.
100%.
You can't really bank on like the last games or early in the season when we're, you know what I mean? Like, if you look at our team, when we played against them, it don't resemble this team right now. And I don't follow them too often, but like they have a lot of decisions too, right? So I don't know what they look like on the field day in, day out, or game in, game out, but like I'm sure they're different too. Because they have different
and it's playoffs. When they beat us that season in playoffs, we dominated them throughout the regular season. So you throw everything out the window when it comes to those type of games. It's a rivalry, even more so than ever. It's a rivalry game. Rivalry game. You give me like it's games that people stand up for. And to add on top of that, it's a playoff game.
So let me ask about that, because you brought that up, right? And I wanted to bring this up is we've been relying on the fact that it's a rivalry game and the boys step up for us, right? And that's like why like even early in the season, like we were not stressing when it came to this game, because like they just kind of happened to step up to this game, right? But with the attitude the boys have in the last 12 games, the way they've been coming at it, like what's the driving factor for this game for them? Is it a rivalry, or is it like we're just better because that's what we're playing for? It was what we're playing.
I think you got to bank on. I think you got to bank on the way that you've been playing rather than it's them. Because I think if you bank on it's them, then you're kind of waiting for them to bring. You're expecting them to bring something for you to reciprocate that, as opposed to coming into that with some swagger and understanding that you've played the last 4 or 5 games, understanding the game that you can play. So yeah,
I'm with you there. Like I would like for that to be, because again, like I'm not necessarily hating on the fact that we're like kind of holding on to like our dominance so far on them, right? Like on that Zlatan moment, on everything that's happened so far with this rivalry, that's the driving factor. I'm kind of hoping that right now we're going into this game with the driving factor being we're that dope. We're one of the hottest teams in MLS right now. All right, facing another good MLS team too. Because I fuck them. Well, it is what it is. They ended up with a good season. Massa, George, got any thoughts on that?
Angel.
Massa, Angel. I am off.
Dale, Massa, dale.
I just feel like it's a rivalry, but I feel like these guys are just so focused on their next objective, which is MLS Cup. And I think that alone is going to motivate them more than a rivalry game or whatever. It's just one step closer to getting to their objective, which is MLS Cup. And I mean, if you're not going into this Thursday confident, I don't know what to tell you, bro. I'm confident as fuck. I feel like in the last couple weeks, and fuck it, even if it's new playoffs, I feel like we're in the right mindset. We're in the right rhythm. And and they had a bye week. I mean, as much as they get extra rest, that shit might fuck them up.
Look at the Dodgers. No, fuck.
So
why, George? No, hold on, no. But to add to that, you're out of rhythm. You're not an in-game rhythm. They've been out for quite some time. The Galaxy just battled a game where they got some rhythm in to understand the game that they've been playing. So, Masi, you bring up a great point that I completely forgot. Like that wild card game or whatever you have to do, that it helps you as much as it does. It does help you because it puts you into a playoff rhythm.
Yeah, especially when you can do what the Galaxy's done, right?
Yeah.
Listen, they played the first playoff game against RSL because that was RSL's livelihood, right? So that was a really tough game, and they got a 1-1 result, which clinched their playoff. They went to Houston, and they knew they had to get a dub there to host the fucking game. They went out there and got a fucking dub. They knew the first game was going to be against Nashville at home. They gone out there and got a dub. Angel, they going out there big dick because they're playing like big dicks, or they going out there big dick because they dominate LAFC, and that's the mentality. What is it?
Big dick energy, baby.
Yeah,
big dick. And there's more factors to it too, right? That we got to take into account. I mean, sure, yes, what George said, absolutely, it is a rivalry game. Everything goes out the window. But two, like what you said, Rudy, right now, we've been playing playoff games already. We've been playing elimination games or games that matter already. LAFC have really just been going back and forth with Philadelphia as who's going to win the Shield, right? They have their own little thing going on. They won sure, great, but they haven't been. They know they're locked and loaded for home in the Western Conference, right? We've been playing these do or die games for a while now. Yep. And that, to me, that brings in a sense of I guess, adds to the confidence, like Masa's saying, right? Again, a mix of everything you guys said. It's true because we know we can do this, right? They have a history of choking, not just against us, but they have a history of choking in these games, in these big games. Done it to, I mean, just look everyone that they've lost at home to in these games. Now you have us coming through, riding in high, and it sucks, right, that we have to say. But this is a reality. Like, if you don't feel confident going into this game, then I don't think there's ever going to be a game that you're going to go in confident to LAFC Stadium in a playoff game saying that. They haven't had that. And even then, the last few sets of games, they've been beatable. They've lost some games over the last 10 games. They've had tied some games at home, away. Like, you name it, where, like, hey, all these power, all these, I mean, they brought in Christian Teo, and everyone's talking about, oh, shit, you know, it's going to be all this.
That's
right. Obviously, the Bill signing, and it's kind of been the opposite. They were playing better before all these acquisitions, right? Or maybe it's just that other teams started understanding how to play against LAFC. Now you add Galaxy into the mix. They don't know Ricky Puig. If there's one thing Galaxy players do well for this fucking game, is show up.
Yeah.
Big guys show up for these games, right? Listen, even Passback Legit has shown up. Fucking Ethan Zubak, who nobody liked for the longest, has shown up for these games, right? So if there's one thing that Galaxy is going to do, and we know this, we talked about this here collective on this podcast, that we fucking hate that they've been doing it for LAFC for the longest. They don't do it San Jose, is they show up for the LAFC game.
Yeah.
So if you don't go into this with this level of confidence, plus, again, like I said, they have the pressure at home, have the advantage, and they're like all the MLS pundits, everyone's sucking them up really deep, you know, all the way deep, so deep, saying that they're guaranteed MLS Cup.
They have more to lose.
Pressure. Exactly. They have a lot more to lose than we do. You're going in here with nothing to lose. You just add this kid, Ricky Puig, who just went out there and said, hey, Barcelona, they have confidence in me. I'm going to show them that I have confidence. I just need someone to trust me 100%. That's all I need, baby. That's all I need. That's all I need.
Man, you said something that is fucking, like, couldn't be more true. This is the first time I'm going into this game feeling confident about the team. And not because, like, we always show up against them. Right? I'm going in there confident in the team because I think we can outplay them. And I don't think I necessarily said that, right? Because even when Zlatan was Zlatan remains their daddy, but we knew we had to get Zlatan opportunities so he could be the daddy, right? I think this team is just it's a good team.
It's
right now.
It's crazy because even then, like the players that don't show up for us or haven't shown up for us, like this season, there's been previous games that they shown up. Like Grand Sears scored on them this season. Cabral scored on them last season. Like there's games that
John's had a brace
John's
against
owned
them
them,
at their
yup.
stadium.
yeah,
Yeah.
like there's players that not necessarily have good seasons, but when it comes to this game, they show up. So I mean, and we're just in a rhythm right now. Like, and I don't see us like falling off that. Like, the team is so united. I feel like it's the perfect opportunity to make a good run, and I feel it, bro. Like I don't know, and I could be fucking wrong, but I have good feelings about this playoff run.
Let's fucking go,
So
baby.
I'm
Let's
going
fucking go.
confident. I feel confident as fuck going
Uh,
Plus,
into the
another thing
bank.
to me is I think when you play a team like LAFC that they're talented, right? Especially up forward. One thing that they are is they can't handle someone being physical to them. And if there's one thing that Koulibaly does well, he is a fucking physical ass fucking player, and I like that about him. Now add that mix of you had that Uruguayo back there, who's listen. South Americans, fucking grew up there, played that style. He played for the national team. He's played in those tournaments out there, World Cup. You name it. Like that's a guy with fucking grit, with attitude. You already know Araujo has that attitude. He's shown it forever. Like that's one thing. He's bang, 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 bang. Like he has that, right? And obviously Edwards, I know I gave him Shirley, but he obviously wants to beat them. He probably wants to beat them more than anybody in that team. Right? So that
And I hope that doesn't make him
yeah,
play hero ball.
Hero ball, exactly. And I think I hope. Listen, out there, I don't know. I don't have the ends anymore, but who knows?
Man, but
knows,
also, but also, like, listen,
like, I'm glad we have that attitude. Point is, I'm glad we have that attitude now. I don't think we're soft in the back right now with the way the guys have been playing.
Yeah, at all, right? Like, I can't. Like, I want them to be a little rougher, a little. You know what I mean? Something happening. Because I think that'll fire up the boys to like Brugman and Cáceres, like, because it's gonna be the energy's gonna be in this game. Like, it's a regular season game and it feels like a playoff game against them all fucking time, right? Like, so I know the energy's gonna be there, and you get these fools going. Oh, okay. I'm
Time to
excited for it,
make
man.
a clown tifo for Cheech, bro.
Hell yeah. Look, make a clown tifo for
Make a
Cheech.
clown tifo for Cheech.
Oh.
And that's just GG's.
I was gonna ask about prediction on lineups, but we know how we're lining up, right?
I hope so.
At this point, I want to. Yeah, I think it's locked in again. It's locked in Nashville. I don't think it changes now, right? I think it's Thursday, but I don't think necessarily that's going to be a lot of fights. There's not a lot of fatigue for anybody.
Well, see, that's why I said that the Saturday game at 12 noon benefit the team because they got.
If you win.
Oh yeah, but I'm saying like as of right now, it should benefits this team because they played early. Saturday was like an off day, bro. After the game, they were probably home by 5. They had a.
No, I'm sure they had to do some not rehabbing, but some recuperating,
light movement,
and some light stuff after right there to make sure they rest up their legs.
But even if it was 7 p.m. game, like Thursday or Saturday to Thursday it's good enough for the boys to fucking get their legs back. I don't think we should have any kind of concern of
look at Arsenal's doing it like there's nothing right now. So of course, right?
We are top elite. Yeah, man. I don't see it right. It's gonna be Bonego. It's gonna be Koulibaly and Cáceres with Edwards and Araujo. It's gonna be Brugman and Delgado with Puch in the middle. It's gonna be Costa, Granzier, and Cheech. Yeah.
Yes, sir. God damn, man! If Vanny changes this shit,
bro, you gotta let that go. We're in the conference semifinals under Greg Vanny. You gotta let it go. You figure something out. Right. You gotta let it go. Okay. We're in the conference finals. Right. We got some conference semifinals. You gotta let that go.
We've had 2 consistent lineups, 2 games.
No, that's not true.
3 or 4.
Yeah, and again,
Cabral started,
and the variable has been Cabral for when he's been on the red card.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I hope Cabral doesn't start. Is what I'm trying to say.
Oh yeah, but listen, is it me or does it feel like Vanny, like he's in the same boat now? Like he's tossing him in there like for dead minutes. Like he's not counting on Cabral to be that guy. Am I the only one who thinks that?
We will find out. I'm with you. Thursday? I'm with you. But we will find out.
Yeah.
This game's going to be a lot about subs, though. I feel this game is going to be a lot about subs. Rudy, you compared it to the subs against Nashville, but we were against Nashville. But there's really not much comparison there. The comparison off the bench with this team is a lot different.
I think so. We know that they have a deep bench.
So. Yeah, I think.
And I don't think we need to. Yeah, I think we got to be according to the game, not just because we have to make a sub.
Yeah. Again, like. Is the season on the line, right? Like it's whether we have a next game or not. Like, oh man, I'm so excited for. I'm so excited with this shit. Here we go. On the game, you imagine the way we win. What does that look like for us? Right? The ideal scenario for us, the way this plays out in the ideal way for us. What does that look like to you guys?
Ideal scenario?
Yeah, I do. I don't want to. I'm gonna give you a chance to be pessimistic and tell how we could lose it, but I want to hear how we win it. Like, what is it? Like, what happens in this game in your ideal scenario? How we win? How we advance into the conference finals? What is it the team has to do that? Right? In the ideal scenario, what is it?
We have to play our game because just keep doing what we're doing. Go through Ricky. Go through Brugman, go down the middle. If they give us the wings, then we take the wings too. But we got to try to keep possession. I think the key here is going to be that. And if they adjust to our play style, that shit is GG's, bro. Because you're number one in the West or in MLS. And if the G's, the way they've been playing, they made Nashville switch lineups. If Levas do that shit, if they try to adjust to our play style, then they give us their whole game. They're a possession-based team too. And I don't think that midfield they have, it's solid. It's dope. But I don't think they can outplay our midfielder. Our midfield. I think our midfield is...
the current setup. I'm not familiar. I haven't been paying attention to them for...
They almost run the same formation with us. They just play their wingers a little bit wider. We play a little more compact wingers. But they play...
who are the current three in the middle?
I think it's Ile Sanchez,
Cifuentes, and Acosta.
And Kalen Acosta and
Cifuentes. Okay. Cifuentes, that's what the other midfielder is, or at least from what we see here. Right? Like, and again, like I haven't been paying attention to them. Right? The Galaxy's hasn't been enough for me. The Galaxy's been enough for me. But like at least from who scores, it seems like it's their goalkeeper, which is like Crepas or something like that. Hollister or something similar to that. Murillo, Chilito, Palacios, Cifuentes, Sanchez, Costa, Vela, Arango, and Rodriguez. Like that's what their lineup looks, or at least
Bale doesn't start for them.
No, not from what I've seen. Like no, not from what I'm seeing. Okay. Wow. Listen.
Bale.
Yeah, Bale. That's who he asked.
Yeah, that I know for sure. Bale hasn't been starting for them.
Playing, we have good golf courses. I wouldn't imagine he would.
Yeah, hell yeah, they got good golf courses.
All right.
Man, I'll be. Nah, you know what? I'm gonna talk shit because I haven't watched them, so I can't really rate any of these fucking players. I don't know their fucking names. I just gave them different names because I couldn't pronounce them, so I can't rate them. But I will rate our team though, and I think. Listen, man, I know I was hyping shit up, and sometimes I had to just play the role because the team was shit, and I just had to stick with it. But right now, this team is fine.
For real this time.
This is not for real though. Like no Kool-Aid. Like this is, I'm off the sugar. This is just H2O, baby. You know what I mean? Like, nah, like I think this team is good right now, man. I think they click, man. And it's like defensively, like it's taking responsibility and also being there for your teammates and covering spaces when they push up. Like it's a lot of little things that they figured out.
Points is my only concern.
What set pieces?
Yeah,
I see it, but we haven't been hurt recently, right? It hasn't been again, man. Like this team, we let some goals in, right? You know what I mean? There's no denying it, but like it's not like most of them, and again, like post KC, right? Not taking in TFC, not taking KC. I think we had some like dumb decisions there that cost us goals and cost us the 3 points in general. But post that, I think we haven't been getting scored like dumb goals. They've been just, a soccer game, right? Like the other team creates a chance and they score. They beat us one time. I don't think we're bad. I think it's a good game. My ideal scenario is 10 minutes into the game, Galaxy start dominating the whole midfield. 20 minutes into the game, the Galaxy score 1. 30th minute in the game, they score a second. And the game finishes 2-1. Prediction right now is 2-1. The G's early on. And then we sweat it. We sweat it a little bit. I do think we're going to sweat it a little bit.
God damn.
I do think we're going to sweat it a little bit. A bit, yeah. I think we're going to sweat it. So I think 2-1. And I think it really depends on us setting the tempo. Like if we can't, it must have said that they're a possession team. I think they like the ball, but they like the ball just long enough to get space and go direct attacking us, right? So like, as long as we're not playing at that pace, as long as we're playing at the pace we want, that Ricky wants to set forth, right? Whatever Ricky wants to do, like whatever pace he wants to play at, if a team could just like rally behind him, this is gonna be a wrap. There's no way they're gonna stop that midfield right now. And Cheech is in form, bro. Yeah, no, man. It's we've managed to get results from them with everything not in the place. I think right now
they never seen Push. They don't know what they don't know what it's like playing with him on the field. They haven't seen Brugman.
Cáceres.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, the pussy ass coaches saw them on Saturday.
Oh,
was he?
Yeah, they were.
There?
Bro, if that doesn't send a message to your locker room that these fools are shook.
They're shook, son. I gave my prediction. I gave my scenario. George Massa, you owe me something.
I was going 2-1-2, but I think 3-1 Galaxy score first, LAFC tie, Galaxy score second, LAFC is gonna push to go get it, and then Yoblek scoring the third one.
Yeah, he's got a national team. He's got a World Cup, baby. Let's go.
Come on, baby.
What?
What's up?
Did he get called to the squad?
No.
I don't know. He's not yet, is what he meant to say.
Okay. You know our bet, right?
You know
shit.
all right, I'll tell you offline.
All
right. Masa, what you think, though? Oh no, you told me first. Oh yeah, you told me about scenario. Tell me your prediction. Yeah.
They're gonna big dick up in that bitch. Their forwards aren't necessarily in form right now.
Nah, chill.
They took an L against Nashville, son. 1-0.
So
they weren't really needing that.
I'm going.
They missed a stupid ass PK too.
I'm going 2-0.
Yeah.
2-0.
Clean sheet against
at their house. That's fucking gold, dog.
All right, shit.
I like the
God
energy,
damn.
son. I like the energy. Clean sheet at their house. That's fucking man. All right, Angel, you owe me something now. Come on.
I'm gonna go with George. I say 3-1, but to add insult to injury is Cabral that scores that third goal.
Hell yeah.
Cabral banger on them, fool. That'd be fucking amazing. So his only highlight goal is gonna be against them, so we can watch it over and over.
I mean, that was
late goal there push, and he actually hits the counter and he can't believe that he's going, and instead he, like the Mighty Ducks, bro. Goldberg has that last one and he just kind of makes it there in Mighty Ducks 3. Nobody expects Goldberg, same shit. We're like Cabral and bang, you go.
Yeah, I think so. He's gonna do a rainbow flick into a Chilena for a goal. That's what he's doing, dog. It's spectacular.
Then he's gonna hit the gritty, dog.
Hell yeah.
Like Mike Gesicki.
Hey, they banned him from doing it, dog.
All right, boys. It's crazy. It's crazy because we always talk shit for this game. We're
mad at it.
Not only mad at it, but we're also a little bit psychopaths because like even when the G's are down, we feel like we're gonna win. But like this time like there's something to it, right? Like there's something to the boys actually like earning that faith that we have in them right now. With the performances the last 3 months now. All right, so like let's go. It's game time, man. Here one last question before we get into the questions. If we have any questions, you think the boys are bought into it? You think the boys are thinking like, yo, we could make a run for the MLS Cup right now? Think that they
Why not?
in it?
Oh, and I don't know. That's how I took Ricky Puig's comment. It's letting me play. Barcelona didn't have this faith. Galaxy's giving me faith to be. Whatever the comment was, it's like I'm showing I'm a fucking amazing type of mentality, right? That's what I interpreted from that, and that's how I took it. It's like I'm showing you guys that I'm striving for bigger things. I'm capable of these big things, right?
Yeah.
You guys don't want to do it. I'm gonna give myself to someone that wants me to do that for them, and that's where his mentality is, in my opinion, is MLS Cup. That's where his mind.
And to add to that, he's the type of player that knows that he needs to do that, but not himself. He does that with his skill and giving it to somebody. That's the type of player because we have players that say, me, I'm gonna make this shit happen. And you see it on the field. They get a shot, boom. Ricky's not in a situation where he does that. When he says they didn't believe in me, this team does believe in me, let me ball out. Balling out in that definition for the player that he is in the position that he is let me ball out and make someone else look good too.
Let me create these chances real quick.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And repeat that. What was that word you just said? Create? What is that? How do you do that? What? That's crazy.
Yeah, man. And it's a thing. And it's a thing where it's like his movement, even outside the ball, creates space for others to fucking. It's a beautiful thing, man. Let's fucking go. Questions? Do we have questions?
Yeah. Go ahead, George. While I pull these things up.
Let's go. STF questions. All right. Chino says, so on Thursday, are we starting Fiesta esta noche hay fiesta chat?
It's been a minute, huh?
Who responded there? Somebody responded in Discord to that. I think
Little Apple said after we win, and then Soccer Crazy said, don't forget the Sexo Sin Condon chat too.
Listen, man. Both of them. Let's get this dub and then Fiesta and Sexo Sin Condon all fucking night. Let's get this fucking dub.
All right. Funny. You're up, Angel.
All right, cool. No,
yeah,
we got
just
Okay, cool. We got a few things here on Instagram. I do want to read this one first. Where is it? Rudy. Eric Bermudez. I feel like owe Rudy an apology. I gave up on the club, and now I want all the Kool-Aid.
Hit me up, baby. I'll pull you a fat cup. Let's go, man.
All right.
Can I say one thing? Like,
absolutely.
Everybody who's bitter, you're in the right to be bitter. By all means, you're in the right to be bitter. Team deserved it. But let's enjoy this run right now, though. Be mad at them again in the offseason. But right now, let's enjoy this fucking run.
I'll be back.
That's George next year.
I gotta figure it out. He's gonna get a fucking just a line of fours, dog. Just every year, dog. Same bet.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna look like Roman Reigns, dog.
All right. So follow up to that. From Lord.roro.rdrgz Rodriguez. I'm guessing.
Puta.
He said MLS Cup 22 equals Chicha tattoo. I mean, you're not getting Kool-Aid Man, right? Go get
nah, that should be yours. That's your man's. That's your man's. You didn't want to? Hey, turn it off.
It says in the Bible. It says in the Bible that tattoos are bad. Okay.
Oh yeah, but the one time in Vegas, it wasn't closed.
But at that time, I was going to hell. I'm going to heaven now. Yeah, different.
Vaya mierda.
Same. And then Lord Roro Rodriguez, great tifo on Saturday. That mug looked dope as hell. Bien hecho, hijos de sus madres.
Yo,
well done.
And take a second and give it up to everybody, yo, because that turnaround was nuts. I think it was a full week that everybody and countless people's put in work, paying to trace it, to paint it, to install it. So man, again, shout out, beautiful tifo on short turnaround. So thank you everybody who helped out, SG or not. Thank you.
Osman Peña, 121. Diop number 1.
What? Diop number 1?
Diop number 1. Clement Diop.
Come in, mierda.
Give me
5. Give me 5 stars.
That's the backstory.
Hey, shout out.
So little Mingo also walked the field too, right? And he walked out with who was he? I think he walked out with Bond. But so we were met up there. We were talking for a bit, just hanging out, and then while the boys were coming out, we all went part of the stadium to go watch the kids come out, right? We were walking back to pick up the boys. Here goes Clem and Diop walking through, bro. And you obviously know Osman and Diop know each other or whatever. So Diop went into Osman. They were talking for a quick second. And then he says bye or whatever. And then we start walking like, hey, you still give me that 1 star for that whack ass motherfucker. Type of shit. It's like, it's cool. You know, I know he was whack. So I bump it up to 1.5. So
He said,
he's supposed to give us a half star soon. So
I'll give him the Diop jersey that's signed.
Yeah, so
I was the one that talked the most shit about him. I ended up with a jersey.
So point is, go check out our Apple
Podcast,
right?
yeah.
Apple Podcast, our comments and like our ratings. He rated us a 1 star because we used to talk shit about Clem Diop all the time. And that's his homie.
Well, hold on. Before we move on, though,
He's our homie too. Fucking piece of
before
shit.
we move on, though, like if you go check him out, give us 5 stars and not 1 star, motherfuckers. Right? Don't be like him, right? Or don't go check it out. Just take our word for it. I just don't need no fucking 1 star reviews, please. If you go check it out, give us 5 star reviews on
Yeah.
Spotify. Apple
Actually,
Podcasts,
he told me that everyone from New England Revolution, like all the G's players, all been cut. Everyone's gone, and I guess they're all about to retire and shit.
Yeah, I seen AJ post something like that on
Oh shit. Okay.
on his Twitter. It says something like 14, which is crazy. He said 14 years on to the next. 14 fucking years, bro.
Insane.
I remember when he got drafted.
Yeah, me too. Yep.
Fuck.
Yeah, fucking Clement Diop. Hey, that's dope to see the Clement Diop was at the game. You know, I'm sure he was obviously.
You see Revelación?
So no, I didn't.
He posted Julian's goal and said something like, "Way to go, attack LA Galaxy." So like he's on it, like even.
Oh hell yeah! And Nashville, they fucking suck, bro. He's just
they do.
Yeah. It's sad. I've been checking them out and they fucking suck. Zuli, AC. What do you guys think is the toughest challenge the G's face on Thursday?
Themselves.
Security.
Yeah, like it's the basic things. And for clarity, he means like he means the stank security. He's not talking about
security. Everybody turn it off.
He's not talking about our defensive security. He's talking about like the Bank of California security, like their security.
That's a security stop, like.
I mean,
oh shit! He's not wrong. He's not fucking
is he
wrong.
Is he wrong? No, he's not. No,
he's not fucking wrong.
Hey, is Galaxy Land in full effect this upcoming time?
Galaxy Landia? Oh, I don't know, bro. I don't know.
I'm not in the know right now. But I'll say Vela, because no matter what, like Vela's, bro, and he likes to either assist or score on us and shit. So
he shows up to this game.
Yep. I think Arango's gonna be the biggest. Fuck, man.
Unless he gets injured in 5 minutes, which I'm okay with too.
Vela gets injured in 5 minutes.
Vela? Yeah.
Vela gets injured in 5 minutes.
He had a little knock against Nashville, but I think it's enough time to recover though.
Yeah, you're gonna no matter the knock, you play this game.
Some serious shit though. I'm with George and I guess Masa, which is started laughing after I realized, this motherfucker's talking about like bank security. So I really meant security because like that's my biggest issue. Like it's basic, simple things. Like Rudy, you alluded to Bonds. 9 out of 5. He hits him, but that one time he don't hit it, it's a problem. Look at Ricky Puig against Houston. We talked about it. Same thing. 9 out of 5. He's gonna make that turn. He's not gonna get cherry picked, but he did. Whatever. Sorry. Yeah, 9 out of 10. Yeah, you know what I mean. It's because I don't use that 9 to 10. It's too scary. I use a 1 to 5 with Eli, but that's a whole different story. But that's the point. Like it's that right. It's security and being sharp at all times. It's how many times have we said moments on here? We mentioned it multiple times on this pod today. Today. So
to this day.
It's that. It's the actual one security in the stands and then security on the field, right? It's be secure at all times. Don't keep it simple. Don't overdo it. Make sure you're getting those balls across where they ever need to get to. Because at the end of the day, it is the Galaxy beating themselves in a lot of these games.
Yeah. Yes. But you know what, too, though? Like, this team right here, I'm not necessarily... If they score on us, it's not a wrap.
True.
You know what I mean? This team is resilient. They're resilient enough, like, they could live through a mistake. Or not, like, or just like an earned goal by the other team. Like, they can fight back from it, right? This is a tougher position, though. Like, I'm not... Fuck them. It's always going to be fuck them. But I'm not going to stop from saying, like, this is a test for them. Because this is another team that's, stacked. So let's see what they can do.
And then as soon as JC follows up, I'm super pumped to see Ricky in a rivalry match. That kid is magic.
Yeah, man.
It ain't new to him, right? Because even in La Ve, like there's there's the Real Madrid B team and it's played the same way. Well,
not as big as the Clásico, and this Clásico, by the way, they just passed was trash. But like he knows that, right? Like he's been.
They want to beat each other, yeah. Like there's nothing else, yeah. Of course.
With Español, like with the other Barcelona club, like there, he knows like the inner city rivalry, the bigger rivalries. He's been there for at a bigger stage, right? I just want to see him. I just want to see him produce. Now I want to see him produce with my team.
And then Sharky 14. Costa's DP salary came out today. Get this man off the roster next year.
Who?
Costa's DP salary came out this year.
It's guaranteed. It's guaranteed.
His guaranteed money for this year. He said, "Get this man off the roster."
What's the number?
5.8.
Hey, man, but listen, it ain't about the number. It's never been about the fucking number, right? Because if you could produce, then the Galaxy has the money to spend. He hasn't produced.
This man, it doesn't matter if he produces or not. If this man is in the starting lineup and wins us a cup, bro, GG's. Everybody's forgiven.
5.8. Shit.
He's at number
for MLS Cup.
Never Chris.
Chris Klein not forgetting. No.
He's never forgiven.
It's been too long.
Eric Sosa. We had zero expectations of a cup this year, even the summer. If we win, do we give Klein credit? No, fuck no.
Nah, it just like the trainer.
AG will, the fans won't.
That man. Here's the thing, though, right? Like this doesn't seem like the way we turned things around. The business we've been doing. None of that has a ring of Klein. You know what I mean? Like that's not his business, unless he has a new guru who taught him how to do business differently. Like that's not what we've been used to. So like it's hard for me to say like, oh, this is credit for him, right? I think George, mute me for a second because you're not gonna want to hear this. I think you have to give Banny a lot of credit because he talked a lot about culture and what he wanted to bring. And last season was hard for a lot of people to see. This season, you have to be able to see it, baby. Listen, look, we have a fucking team. We have a team. We have talented players, but we have a team going out there and playing as a team. Greg Van, no, come back. But listen, so now going back to the point, he might get time, but I don't think
he will get time. He bought himself time with a playoff berth. We got 2 years of Annie.
Yeah,
and Chris Klein.
They bought him some time. And there's one thing I will say though. Listen, obviously I'm in the Chris Klein boat, gone, forever, and I think all of us are in that same boat. But just turn it around. After that terrible.
If we're gonna blame, listen, if we're not in the know of how these businesses ran, and we're blaming him for the Cabrals and we're blaming him for the Costas, we got to give him up for the Brugman and the Bricky Puigs because we're not in the know. But we're not in the know. We could assume as much as we want.
But I'm referring to Klein right now specifically.
No. That's what I'm saying. Klein.
Okay, but yeah, I got you. Yeah, but that I'm gonna give him his credit for.
Costa is still a coin toss, right? Because that could be like MLS Cup and Costa was a good timing, right? If he contributes, like just being on the field. But let's not forget about the Gerards. Let's not forget about fucking about Gio and like and all these other signings too, Shelvick and everything else. Like it's not. No, I get that. It's not this season. Right. Like I'm down.
But that goes out the window with an MLS Cup.
Absolutely, I know. Absolutely. And this is what I'm saying. Like obviously I'm on that boat out, but I'm just saying. All I was saying is, listen, if Cheech could get a brand new Cheech, a rebirth Cheech, a Phoenix Rising Cheech, you name it, right? Why not? Listen, it could happen. We don't know. We don't know what's obviously George said it. We're not in the know of these things anymore, right? We don't know what's going on, how it's happening, who is responsible for what. If he was involved with Puig, if he was involved with Brugman, if Caceres deal and whatever be happening forward, those are good signings. Those are good decisions.
Yeah.
So maybe he did turn a page. He's like, yo, you know what? Let me trust these other people that maybe have been talking to him for a minute. I've been trying to tell him. He's just probably been like, fuck you guys. I know what I'm doing. Maybe now he realized, hey, you know what? I need help. Help me. And if he accepts it, then fuck it. That might work out.
Man,
at minimum, he definitely earned himself. And you know what? Not earned. AG is going to give him more time because of what's happening right now.
Yeah.
Man, I'll tell you this, right? I ain't shit because I'll trade 2 years extension for Klein for MLS Cup. I'll be honest. I want that 6-1. So I'll eat crow for 2 years again and shit. You know what I mean? But I want the MLS Cup. So if that's the case, can I just bring something up from the chat that caught my eye right now? The end says 2022. There's 3 2s. 3 times 2 is 6. Number 6 is coming, boys. I like where the sun's at, though. I
God,
like how you connected that, baby. That's amazing.
Shit. That's some Eric Cartman, Kyle did 9/11 shit right there.
Yeah, yep.
Hell yeah.
Fuck is that heavy, baby? That's where we're at.
Oh man, that's funny. And then there you go. Damn, you see the fans know. Mitch Ebby won. Who gets the most credit for this team turning it around after the summer transfer window? See, it's not just here from the stands. It's all the Galaxy fans know this shit. We're getting asked here. Someone else is alluding to that. So who gets the most credit for this team turning it around the summer transfer window?
Who gets more credit, George?
Greg Vanny.
We don't know. I'll say Greg Vanny. Because from what I've heard is Brugman and Vanny been like DMing each other for like 17 years. So Brugman was a Vanny coach. But then same thing. Cabral was a Vanny guy too.
Yeah, but okay.
But again, we talked about this
so many times.
Yeah. We can't see how you get bamboozled.
We got bamboozled. Yep.
Yeah. All right, last one. Okay. The Alchemist. What's up with the tickets for Thursday? Shit, I don't even know what's up with tickets for Thursday.
That's some wild shit, man. I had a long Saturday, a very long Saturday, so I didn't wake up till very late on Sunday, and apparently there was a 10 a.m. season ticket.
Hell yeah, sick ass fool.
By the time I checked that shit, it's like nah, just nah. It's just
this ain't
NAW bold letters big. Nah.
Lisa and I were on that shit like refresh. Oh, there it is. It's the form. Go. Dog, that's insane.
That was long.
Any of y'all making it?
I don't know.
I'm trying to figure it out. Also, like I know I'm pretty sure your SGs are working with that folks to figure that shit out too. So make sure you're staying on top of ACB Discord and the newsletters. I'm sure Outlaws, Lars and Galaxians are doing the same. So whatever SG you're with, just stay alert so you don't miss the chance to get that. For non-SG members, I think your chance was like that link. But no, still tickets got priority to that. So I don't know what to tell you. I saw some tweets today that tickets are going for stupid high already for like $240, the cheapest ones they've seen on shit. Right? It's fucking whack because it prices a lot of people out. So I hope most of you get to go there. But if not, the G's are having a view party at the Legends Plaza, which I haven't attended, but I heard like they're pretty cool. So
they're dope.
If you want to watch it with some G's, like there's gonna be the Legends Plaza. If you can't make it to the game, you been there, George? You been to a viewing party at Legends Plaza?
Yeah, when they played Minnesota the last time that we made it out, that show was pretty cool.
Was it?
Yeah.
Would you take just like lawn chair and shit so you can post up? Or
lawn chair, you bring your own chair. Have your own little side things, whatever you want. You can bring your own food. It's dope.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think I'm gonna buy tickets like in the aftermarket either because I'd rather save them to go play in Texas.
They're $250 something, dog.
Yeah.
I'd rather save that flight for Texas.
For the conference final? Yep. I just cleared out. I just cleared out some credit cards just to be ready. Because might be traveling. You know what I mean? I'm buying into it though. Might be traveling right now, though. So I'm bought into it.
Credit cards are all ready, baby. Let me know.
Yep. I cleared them up, baby. I'm ready for that shit. Though. I'm going to put everything on that shit. We're all going. What? Anything else?
Everybody on the chat. Got you.
I got you. No, I don't. I do not. I really don't. I got it like that.
That ain't me.
That ain't me. That ain't really me. All right. Anything else before you sign off here? Nah. Yo, I'm sorry. This was sporadic.
Yeah, just it's crazy that we're here.
Yeah.
I was thinking about this yesterday, and I was like, just a few months ago, we're like
5 weeks ago, baby. 5 weeks ago.
It's insane that it took just one player. Sure, we can add two, right? We'll add Bookman to that, right? Two. Sure, fine. To me, really was one player that has changed the outlook of this team, and we're over here talking about booking flights to Texas, for conference finals. And the confidence that we have, which obviously we should definitely be respecting them some more, but they've struggled against us since day one, and we've had subpar teams to what our teams are supposed to be, right? And we're here. We're in this situation. I couldn't believe it when I walked into the stadium on Saturday. As I was walking in, I recorded. I mean, I put it on my stories like, playoffs. Look at the weather. That's Galaxy weather for playoffs.
The cement was still a little wet. You know what I mean? It was. Man,
it's people have their things, right? Whether it's whatever your religious beliefs are, or karma, or soccer gods, or whatever it is, but listen, things happen for a reason, and that, to me, that morning when I walked in there, I was like, oh.
I took a whiff. It smelled like playoff time, baby. You know what I mean? Baby.
We talked about it in the last pod, and I hope that a lot of people that went there for the first time.
Oh yeah, I'm so happy.
First time that they soaked in that feeling, that the vibe, the energy, just the smell of the grass, everything about that day.
Tailgate.
So we can keep pressing the team, the front office, your ticket reps, everyone, that we need this consistently. This is LA Galaxy right now. This is what our team really should be striving for every single year. Right now, it really is the LA Galaxy, and that to me is like fuck everything else. Everything else. This is priority right here.
Let me get your cup. Real quick. Like a place Kool-Aid out there, baby. We're here. Listen, straight up though, like it's also a reminder that we play in MLS. There you go, baby. There you go, Vicente. Like, it's a reminder we play in MLS. Because 5 weeks ago, where's it at? What the on the chat says 5 weeks ago, everyone get off my fucking squad. Yeah. Right? That was the fucking tone. Is it fucking MLS, man? And now we're fucking thinking like, hey, there is a shot here. We get through Thursday. You know what I mean? Like, yo, we get through Thursday. Everybody's bracket is fucked. Everybody's bracket is fucked and everybody's shook. No question about it. You know what I mean? Like, we win on Thursday. Everybody shook. The whole league. Whole league shook on the LA fucking Galaxy. You remember how often that was? You remember, like, we used to get shitted on by MLSsoccer.com for anything because everybody hated us. Now we've been getting clowned for the last 6 years, so we have a shot to change this here. I want to apologize for this episode, specifically being sporadically as fuck. I want to apologize for fucking missing Julian's goal. I mean, when we were talking about the game, it was wild off my game. So, man, I wasn't ready for it today because last week I said Thursday, and I thought I was talking about the last podcast, and we'll come back in the off season. Yeah, we're gonna be here for a little bit. Sit in tight, baby. Sit in tight.
Yeah, we're going. Last comment. Read the last comment.
Yeah, read the last comment.
Jesse.
Oh, dog. Man, y'all got me like that meme, dog. Y'all got me like the meme. Just fucking, you know what I mean? I'm pulling strings together, baby. I'm gonna read that shit. Jesse Concepcion says 2002 championship, 2012 championship, 2022 championship. Uy, cerotes. Vámonos. All right, with that being said, it's another episode of Straight from the Stands. I'm Boy Rudy. I'm smart on Twitch. I'm smart on Twitter. I'm smart on the gram.
Hey, huge shout out. Happy belated Glenn birthday. The heartbeat of this pod. Sometimes when we don't want to get up for his, he pushes up for him. Hope you enjoyed your birthday, King. Happy birthday. Happy belated. Shout out to everybody. Give my boy a happy birthday in the chat. We really appreciate you. All four of us really, really appreciate you.
Yep.
And just follow me at Nate_Eli socials. There you go. Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Peace, love, and G's up, baby. We fucking.
Peace, y'all. Yo, you still here? Little Apple. Beep, beep. Everybody G2 game? Yo, that shit was mad fun. I hadn't had that much fun in a long time. So shout out to everybody who was a G2 game. Sorry, I forgot to mention earlier.